Well, hello, brothers and sisters. I'm going to come at you again with nothing but love. One of the main deceptions of what I would say, when they say that our body is our temple. This physical body, it's only a temple for Satan. No more and no less. God said that we were born into this world as sinners. So why would God, the true Father, ever tell you to worship flesh that is already sin? The true temple and the true body that he's talking about, the Father is talking about, is the soul inside of you. That soul, that is the true body. That is the one that is hurt. This physical body isn't hurt for the attributes and the things that you do against people and the wrongs that you do and the slights that you do against them. That is not the body that is hurt. It's your actual spiritual body. That is the only one that he cares about. If you find yourself doing things or not doing things that you used to always do, but for some reason, even if you don't know why, you just don't do them anymore. That's you finding your way. That's you healing the true temple, which is inside of you, which is your spiritual body. This flesh is nothing but a prison that we are locked into for a certain amount of time. No more, no less. I'm not telling you not to take care of yourself. You should definitely try to take care of yourself. But we need to stop worshiping these bodies as we do. I think maybe that's why, the God of this world, Satan, made our bodies so beautiful and made us lust after them. I mean, think of it. The fallen angels could not help it. They lusted after. It's just when you just start looking at things and you start finally finding the truth and the understanding, like what we have always considered to be truth is so close to being truth, but so far off. When somebody comes at you and they yell at you because of what your beliefs are and what you've come to find, and they're angry at you, don't worry, they hated him first. They were angry at him first. And when Jesus said, wherever Jesus will go, there will be Pharisees. These are people that think that they are the doctors, the understanding, the doctors of the word of the Lord. And that anybody to go against them is, demonic and demons and all that. And trust me, there's a lot of demonic demons out there. Don't get me wrong, they're out there. But the reason that they hate you and come after you is because you believe differently than them. You should never hate anybody for them believing differently than you, or thinking differently than you, or coming to find different truth than you. You should let every man find their own path, and you should always try to help them along, but never help them along in anger, because that does not do anything for your true temple that is inside. Because your true temple inside needs to be everything but, it needs to be nothing but love and understanding. And, they said that they will try to kill me and they will think that they are doing God's work. And they are doing God's work. The God of this world, not the Father. So, people will judge you and hate you because you're telling them truth, and they will kill you because they will think they're doing God's work, but they're not doing the Father's work. Our true Lord, our true Father. So I just want to tell you, people that come against you and hate you, and just more than anything, don't hate them back and don't go against them back. Just realize that they hated him first, and they went against him first, and nothing that ever happens to you will ever compare to that. I promise you this. If you can if you can come to find your way to love your enemies and love those that are trying to kill you, and I never in any way in my head do I ever say sit down, lay down, and be killed. I do not say that, and I do not agree with that. But when you can love your enemy and you can feel sad for them, especially because you can realize at one point you were them. You could have been on the other end persecuting somebody because you thought you were doing God's work. And you would have been, but only the wrong God's work. I promise you, everything that any of you can do is just try to find the Father inside of yourself. People read Bibles, all different kinds of Bibles. And that a lot of times, most of the people that try to preach whatever word of their Bible, whether, whichever Bible, most of them don't even read it. I mean, you have a guy named Tommy Robinson. He goes and, has Muslims come and say, you're a racist, you don't even know the Quran. And he's like, actually, I've read the Quran. What about this, this, and this verse? What do you think about that? And they're like, oh, you're a racist, you don't know. And he's like, no, I can literally repeat that verse word by word. What do you think about it? Here it is. And they're yelling at him saying, you're a liar, that's not true. They've never even read their own book that they protest that they will kill and die over. This is a great mistake that a lot of us have made throughout time. I know, I started this channel mainly for many different reasons. And every truth that I've ever come back to find has brought me back to the Bible. Even though this has been rewritten by man and they've changed what truth, this truth is still in here. It is misunderstood in many ways. You must reread it. You must learn to read it and understand it in a new way. But I promise you, whatever you do, just go through this life just trying to love and being understanding. Because that is the temple. That is the tempo of everything. Is your soul inside. That is the temple. Nothing more, nothing less. This is only a bodily flesh prison. And we are here, I think, to try to save as many souls as we can and to spread as much truth as that we possibly can. I just want to tell you that I love every single one of you, and I appreciate you following me through this journey, especially you, the ones from the beginning. I know I started a lot of my stuff off on trying to, make people realize the world is run off pedophilia, and don't think that I'm not trying to keep continuing to show people that I am. But everything has brought me back. Mathematically, everything has brought me back to the Bible. And to what it's in there, a lot of it is very true. They could not take out, you can never have a great lie without truth. And trust me, just because they've changed so much in this book and reworded it and given you misunderstandings of it, that does not mean the truth is still not in this beautiful book right here. But I know for more than a year, longer than a year, I've yelled at this phone in anger. I don't want to have any more anger. That is what has sustained me my whole life, is anger and hatred. It is the pillars that held me up that I thought made me strong. They were figments of my imagination. My heart and my love is what made me strong. And I always knew that I had that. I just didn't know I had as much of it. So, I'm not saying that it is just easy to just wash all the hate and the pain and the anger away. I understand that. But you need to try, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for everybody that listens. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. They're trying to block everything that I do on my channel. If you could do your best to share it with people. It's funny because it shows me constantly new subscriber, and each time I get one, they take one away. It's okay. As long as I'm getting out to you, you're probably the ones that truly matter. But I would like other people to come to see and understand what I'm trying to say. Please make your own channel. Please spread your own truth. I love you all.